Hello, everybody. Today, DreamIT cannot offer you a live meetup session. However, I don't want you to miss anything, so I want to just give you the video for our session for today. So for today's session, I will always start with the English lesson or practice, and then I'll talk a little bit about our school program and information. And then at the end, if you have any questions, you can always email us. Our staff will contact you as soon as possible. So let's start with today's session. So for today, I really want to talk about this time, right? Think about this question for a couple of seconds. Why is time important? I'll give you about maybe 30 seconds to think about this answer. All right, I hope you guys already have some answers, right? Why is time important? To me, time is very important, especially at work, right? Each day, we have approximately about 8 hours for work. You know, it is very important for all of us to know when do we need to finish the work and how are we going to finish it, because we have time as a deadline, right? If it's not working environment, you are the student. Time is also important, right? Because you need to know what goals at certain time that you need to achieve in whichever goals that you set. So I believe that no matter where, no matter what you're doing, time is always important. So that is why today I want to introduce you how to express, how to use the time expression in English. So we're going to start with phrasal with time. When you talk about time, you can always use adjective plus time. For example, you can use the first, next, last time, a short or a long time, this time or that time. You can look at the example that I have on the screen. I have been waiting for you for a long time, right? That is the phrases with time. So you can say, I have been waiting for you for a long time. Also, you can use preposition followed by time. For example, overtime, through time, in time, on time. Sample sentences would be, please, can you arrive on time? So that is the second way to use phrases with time. Last but not least, you can use verb followed by time. For example, have time, spend time, waste time, make time, or run out of time. For example, I think playing a computer game is a waste of time. So you see, you can have verb followed by noun, by time, sorry. So the first one, adjective with time, preposition with time, or you can use verb with time. All right, are you ready for some practice? Let's go to some practice for today. So for today's practice, I want you to take a look at the adjective, preposition, or verb plus time. So number one, some people are always late. They find it very hard to be blank time. Now we have to take a look, right? Which one would work the best? Adjective, preposition, or verb? I'm going to give you 5 seconds to think. If you answer preposition on time, then you are correct. On time means you show up at the good time that you were supposed to be there. Let's continue. Number 2, the blank time I went skiing, I broke my leg. I'm not going again. Adjective, preposition, or verb. If you choose adjective, then you are correct. The last time, right? We can see here is not the next time because it's a past simple. That means it happened before, something that already happened in the past and ended in the past. So the last time. Very good. Number 3, blank time doing things you enjoy will make time pass more quickly. Which one? Adjective, preposition, or verb? If you choose verb, you are correct. However, this one is a little bit tricky. You have to use ing form, right? Every verb can be a noun by add ing. And this is one of this incident, right? Spending time doing things you enjoy will make time pass more quickly. Let's continue to number 4. My brother blank time playing computer games instead of studying, so he failed his exam. If you choose verb, waste, then you are correct. Again, make sure my brother is a singular subject. Verb, waste time. Let's continue to number 5. It took scientists a blank time to discover DNA. The answer is the adjective form, right? It took scientists a long time. Great. Number 6, things such as the cost of living and property prices increase blank time. If you choose preposition, then you are correct. Over time, right? Over time in this case means throughout the time, right? All the time. It's not overtime when you work more than 8 hours. That's a different context. So in English, you have to really look in the context before you make a decision of what definition of this word would be. All right, number 7. Happy people blank time to exercise. Eat healthily, and do fun things like see friends. The answer is verb. Happy people make time, right? When you make time, you try to spend time to do something. And happy people make time to exercise, eat healthily, and do fun things. We come to the last one, number 8. The blank time I go on vacation, I'm going somewhere hot. The weather here is so cold. What could it be? Adjective, preposition, or verb? If you choose adjective, then you are correct. The next time, right? The next time. Why do we know it's the next time? Looking at this sentence, I am going, right? Future. Not happen now, but will happen. I am going. All right. If you get all of these correct, then you are really good and you know how to use the expression with time. Again, you can use adjective, preposition, or verb. Let's continue. Time expression. We usually use time expression when we write in the past to show that things already happened. For example, last week, last year, 5 years ago, in the summer, or on June 20th, or a date. Using time expression, it helps the reader to understand what you are talking about. Again, the clearer you say it about time, it helps us to understand you much better. Let's take a look. Time expression for events happening at a different time. You can use the word like previously, after, afterward, as soon as, then, finally, before. Or you can use the time expression for a period of time in the past. For example, back then, a long time ago. Or you can also use time expression for events that happening together. You can use the words like when, at the same time, while, as. All right, happening at different times, period of time in the past, or happening together. You have 3 ways to do so. Let's do some practice. Number 1, French soldiers found the Rosetta Stone blank July 15, 1799. Which one is more appropriate, in or on? Yes, if you choose on, you are correct. Number 2, blank, they were knocking down an old wall. They saw the stone hidden inside. While or during? Correct, while. Happened at the same time. Number 3, blank, they removed the stone from the wall. They noticed the writing. After. One situation happened and then another situation happened. Number 4, they knew it was an important discovery. Blank, they saw it. Correct, as soon as. One thing happened as soon as something happened, another thing happened. Number 5, the stone blank became known as the Rosetta Stone because of the name of the town. Later. Later became known. That means the stone, they discovered the stone first and later they became known as Rosetta Stone. Last one, experts believe ancient Egyptians wrote on the stone at blank in 196 BCE. Right, a long time ago, right? It's a very long time ago. So this exercise can help you understand how to use time expression in a different time, in a different times that each situation or each incident happened. All right. Next, I have a video to show you next. This video is about deja vu. So we're gonna hear what is deja vu mean.
Psychologist Endel Tulving said, remembering is mental time travel.
Soy latte for Joe?
Thanks. Remembering is one of the greatest powers that we possess. The ability to learn from our past, to return to where we've been, so we can decide where we're going.
Oh, man.
But can we return to where we've never been?
Soy latte for Joe?
Yeah. Thanks. Could have sworn I just... Is it me or does this seem familiar? I feel like I've seen this before.
Oh, man.
Or as the French would say, déjà vu. As many as 90% of us will experience déjà vu during our lives, mainly in our teens and 20s, and almost never before age 8 or 9. Déjà vu isn't a physical phenomenon we can pinpoint in a brain scan. It's a feeling, and not one that we totally understand. But we've got a few theories. Our memories aren't exact copies that we just write once and then store like files on a computer or pictures in a box. Psychologist Endel Tulving said, remembering is mental time travel.
Soy latte for Joe?
Thanks. Remembering is one of the greatest powers that we possess. The ability to learn from our past, to return to where we've been, so we can decide where we're going.
Oh, man.
But can we return to where we've never been?
Soy latte for Joe?
Yeah. Thanks. Could have sworn I just... Is it me or does this seem familiar? I feel like I've seen this before.
Oh, man.
Or as the French would say, déjà vu. As many as 90% of us will experience déjà vu during our lives, mainly in our teens and 20s, and almost never before age 8 or 9. Déjà vu isn't a physical phenomenon we can pinpoint in a brain scan. It's a feeling, and not one that we totally understand. But we've got a few theories. Our memories aren't exact copies that we just write once and then store like files on a computer or pictures in a box under our bed. Remembering is really more like reliving. Our brains are constantly scanning our senses to determine if what we're experiencing is familiar. And once we label a stimulus as familiar, a different brain region called the hippocampus recalls the memory associated with it, refiring the neural circuits that hold that piece of our past, and we live the experience again in our minds. If these steps get out of sync, if something is deemed familiar but we fail to recall the context, that could be déjà vu. But that doesn't explain why we feel déjà vu for experiences that are truly unfamiliar, or why we don't experience it for every familiar thing.
Soy latte for Joe?
Yep. We don't realize how hard our brains work behind the scenes, filtering our environment, Gesundheit, unconsciously determining if what we experience is new, until it doesn't work.
Oh, man.
Our various sensory inputs, smells, sounds, sights, are normally processed and mixed together as one event. Another déjà vu theory says if one of those stimuli is recorded out of sync, the late arriving information could be flagged as a different event, which makes it feel as if it's happened before. Or it could be a malfunction in how memories are made in the first place. Normally, new experiences stop off in our short-term memory before being written into long-term storage. Skip the first, and it could feel like we're recalling new events as old ones. Or perhaps when we focus on one part of our environment, the rest of our world drifts to the unconscious. And when we snap back to reality, it feels like we've been there before, because we have, just now. These feelings of misplaced familiarity are familiar to us, but the what, the where, and the why of déjà vu remain unknown.
Soy latte for Joe?
Got it, thanks. All in all, there's dozens of plausible explanations for it, and maybe more than one is right. Bless you. There's no neat answer, but no mind or memory is perfect. The only way we'll get to the bottom of déjà vu is to experience it all over again.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I could've. Stay curious. We'd like to think we walk through our lives completely conscious, free to...
All right, that's a very interesting video about deja vu. So
Deja vu is French, of course, like the guy in the video said, but we also use deja vu in English as well. There are a lot of words that English adopted from foreign languages, like French, Italian, German, and this is one of the examples. A deja vu, like you saw in the video, it's an illusion of having previously experienced something that actually being encountered for the first time, right? So how to use this? So sometimes when you want to use it to express your feeling about this, you can just say something like, oh, I feel like I've seen this before in another life. I don't think this is the first time this has happened. I have a feeling I've been here or done this before. It is a deja vu all over again. I'm having a deja vu. So this is another expression that you can keep in your vocabulary of phrases when you want to express this feeling to others. So that's it for today's lesson and about the time expression. So I would like to introduce our school to you. Our school is called DreamIT ESL. We are located in Manhattan, Midtown Manhattan, 2 blocks away from Empire State Building. Right now, we offer a program for English as a second language learner. And all of the classes are live classes right now through Zoom. So it doesn't matter where you live, you'll be able to join this class very easily. The first program that we have, it is called English for the Real World. This is something similar to what I give you the lesson today. It focuses on practical English usage, vocabulary, some structure, grammar, and sometimes we add some readings into it, but we more focus on practical English that the students can use on a daily basis. The class is a shorter class. It's about 7.5 hours per week. I recommend this class for people that have a very short time to spare to study English. And then I have an intensive English program, like the name itself. It's an intensive program, so it combines speaking, reading, writing, and listening. The classes are much longer and require more longer commitment. So it's about 12 weeks. You can choose between 18 hours or 9 hours per week. Right now, what we offer is 12 weeks with 9 hours per week. So if you are interested, it's very simple. You just take a level test, register for the class, and you start the class right away. English for the Real World starts every Monday. If you are interested, you can join the class right away on next Monday, June the 6th. Or if you want to learn more about our school, you can follow us on Facebook, social media, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All of the meetup sessions in the past are uploaded in YouTube as well. So thank you very, very much. I included the school website along with my email at the school. If you need any more information, you can email us at any time, and we are more than welcome to help you with anything that you need. Thank you again, and I'll see you next Wednesday for the live session in Meetup. Take care.